Okay, after my last I Stand With Vic video, someone basically said, Emily Hayes left a comment that my rant towards BT Underdog got a little racist when I used the plantation reference. Let me explain this, Emily. More often than not, when you deal with people of the minorities who buy into the left-wing rhetoric, the political left-wing rhetoric, to a borderline fanatical degree. I had a social worker who was like that during the elections last year. The kind of people that listen to everything the mainstream media says, everything a Democrat politician will project onto their opposition, everything that social justice warrior actors, athletes, doctors, teachers will project on people who don't agree with them, and they buy into that. That's where I was going with the slave reference. But honestly, I think I could have gone with a different reference, Emily. I mean, a different term for them. They're not so much... People like Underdog, they're not slaves. I mean, minority people that are like Underdog, who listen to the mainstream, who listen to those in political and financial power like that, they're not slaves. They're sheep. Nothing but dense, half-witted, uneducated sheep. Now, I'm not saying all minorities are sheep to the left-wing media, but a good chunk of them are sheep. Are nothing but sheep. Do I need to explain the border crisis? They're all sheep to believe bullshit Biden. But I'm getting off track. If people bothered to do their research about these con artists in power, or these frauds with clout, who don't present their evidence, but rather tell it instead of show it, maybe people like Underdog wouldn't make complete jackasses out of themselves 24/7. You know this as well as I do, Emily. But instead, we have minorities in every part of the spectrum coming off just as racist, if not more so, than how people like me would be projected. And again, I'm not racist. I'm just being straight with my opinion. You may not like it, but at least I'm honest about it. Because that's what people like Underdog and Griminosaurus Rex are. They're nothing but sheep being led to the slaughter, and Monica is leading them to the slaughterhouse. Is leaving them for the slaughterhouse. And I'm saddened by this. And my current social worker, after I told her the truth about our resident-in-chief, she wised up and realized, and given how the stuff I presented to her, she's wised up and realized Biden deserves the F. Joe Biden chance he gets at sporting events, at conventions, and so forth. But again, I'm going off track. This is why I don't watch the current day mainstream media. And what television I do watch, it's retro stuff. Like old cooking shows. The morning cartoon blocks. And I mean like on MeTV, not Cartoon Network. I don't get that station. I mean, I do have a Roku adapter and I could install Fubo on it, but I'm not going to do that. It's why I prefer watching retro TV, because it reminds me of a simpler time. Since this is not related to Vic, I'm not going to say what I normally say during these kinds of videos. But that said, leave a comment, sub to the channel, and while this is a more tamer video than I'm used to putting up, just to basically explain myself as to why I said what I said in my last video, you'll understand what the picture I'm trying to paint. Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye. Good night. Bang.